Then attend to this heaven slice of an angel. Rap this skin on dice and woes of life. Love the pride, look at her vibe. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise. Christian and lives, most reflected. Often bears a pin, click, grinning fears a fear. Craving the rain, killing the flame. Close to she draws near. Stay there, remove your underwear. Shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose.
Hey, hello everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Unpopular Hour. Of course, I'm your host, Matt Clark, and you know what today is? Today is Tuesday, and what happens on Tuesday? You know where I am at, but I'm always Georgia's Happy Hog, 712 Culbertson Drive, just east of Lincoln, just south of the state capitol, north of the OU Medical Center, just right there off Lincoln. And remember, Culbertson Drive is directly opposite of the Harn Homestead, so you can't miss it. And of course, it's Tuesday, watermelon sweet tea. They're completely out. They're on the third thing right now. They're making me a new one because I had to have mine, but they are open Monday through Saturday from 11 to 7. If you want to, for catering and events, you can contact them at 405-525-8111. And by all means, do that because it's fantastic. And everybody that has came here to Eden that have never heard of it and all of a sudden have, they absolutely love it. And of course, you know, today I'm getting my hot links, and I'm doing what am I doing today? I think I'm doing smoked bologna today. And then, of course, my mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is every Tuesday and Friday only. So I'm looking forward to that. So it's an exciting day. And then remember, tonight the NBA picks back up after last night, the national championship game. I don't know if everybody got a chance to see it. I did watch it last night. Congratulations to the UConn Huskies winning their 5th national championship, and with their 3rd different coach. And that crazy Jim Calhoun, Kevin Ollie, and now Hurley. So I think it's just kind of crazy that they've had 3 different coaches, and all of them have won national titles. And you would think in a little small town up in Connecticut that they can recruit. But remember, at one time they were the number one really college in America for men's and women's basketball, because at the time under Calhoun and Gino Auriemma, they were both winning championships back-to-back in men's and women's in the same year. So shout out to them, and what a great game it was. UConn was just too powerful for them, too big, too strong, too deep. And San Diego State did give them a run, but, you know, I mean, UConn was just too physical. I mean, it just, you know, San Diego State made nice till they got through and they got there. And I think we're going to see more and more of where you have teams like this that, you know, you got older guys who are 24, 25, 23, 24, 25 years old playing against 18, 19-year-olds. Just more physically fit and sound. So, but by the way, great game last night. And I wasn't going to watch it, but I went to Katz anyway, and Katz Tavern, sat on the patio and watched the game, and actually it was really, really good. Had a good time with some friends, and didn't have that many beers, but my head is just really killing me today because of this weather. Oklahoma up and down, up and down. My sinuses are just nuts today, and those of you all who have sinus issues, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You can change the tail in the change. You can tell about the change in the barometric pressure. My head is just pounding, but I'm gonna get through a short show today. Go do my training tonight, and then this afternoon with my kids, my 8-year-olds, and get them in, and then go home and take a nap because the Thunder game tonight is not until 9 o'clock. And speaking of that, the Thunder do play tonight against the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors are 41-38. The Thunder are 38-41. The Thunder are, plus 8.5 over under, not minus. They're plus 8.5 over under 242.5. And what's crazy is we could be 41-38 very easily. Very easily. But, you know, as the G League coach himself has said many times, that they don't really care about winning They don't care about this year in playoffs. They care about long term getting another draft pick. So that's what they are determined to do. And because of his coaching and his lineups, he is making it very, very hard on this win. And it takes Herculean efforts by SGA, by Josh, by Lou Dort, by J Dub, by J Will, by Isaiah Joe, and by Wiggins to bring to keep the Thunder in games. And by the time they fight back with 6 minutes left when he's playing the right group he should be playing, that they have just it just takes so much energy to come from down to get back in the game and then to make shots at the end. He just continually puts them behind the eight ball on purpose because his goal is to make us look like we're not trying to lose, even though we are. And I had been saying it all along, and then it blurted out of his mouth after the Charlotte game. So at the Thunder now won the Charlotte game, then we would have not known exactly what his and the Thunder's plan was, but he let it all out, and then he confirmed that after the loss the other night at Golden State. So we know that he is going to do what he is going to do, and uh, uh, he has changed it again. Sorry, guys, they're asking me a question here. It's just frustrating as a fan that you've come all this way. You've got 38 wins when you only expected to be 23 and a half. And nobody expected you to do that, and we did that, and we've come all the way back, and this is what we have to deal with. And so it's just kind of frustrating to me and to a lot of you guys as well. So when you look at the Thunder schedule, they have 3 games left. They have at the Warriors tonight. Then we have at the Jazz on Thursday. And then we have the Grizzlies at home. Now, what does that mean for the playoff picture at this particular point? Here is the NBA playoff bracket as it stands as of today. You've got the Thunder sitting there at 10 once again. And remember, guys, look at where we could be. If you don't lose to Charlotte, you're 39 and 40. And if you don't lose to the Pacers on purpose again, you're 40 and 40. I mean, think about that. Then all of a sudden, you have a home playoff game against Minnesota. I mean, how much would that be if the Thunder had a home playoff game? But of course, they don't think about that. The only thing they're thinking about right now is getting in and get them another draft pick. That's all they're caring about. One more bite at the apple. And I'm like, we have a team now that could possibly win. Then you take away the win that we should have had against, it still just drives me nuts, the loss that he purposely did, taking SGA out of the game against the Clippers. So that makes you 41 and 38. Excuse me, the Thunder would be 40 and 39. I'm sorry. And then you have that, and then you're 41 and 38. So you have the exact same record as the Golden State Warriors. Now you still would be sitting in 7th place because you have more wins than the Lakers. So that means you would get at least 2 home games. 2 home games. That means you play probably the Lakers at home. If you lose that game, then you play the loser of the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Pelicans at home. So you'd have 2 home games. So you'd have 2 opportunities at home to get into the playoffs. And we know he knows who the right guys to play because after that loss and all the backlash from all the fans on Wednesday, what did he do? He played the right 7 in the fourth quarter. And I'm looking down, I was thinking, okay, so you do know how to coach. So you do know what you should play. You do know who the best players are. You do know that Lindy Waters is not better than SGA, than Dort, than Josh, than J Dub, then Isaiah Joe, and then Wiggins. So you know that, right? I mean, that's clear. He knew that. But instead, he continues to play him in front of Josh. The other night, we're sitting there screaming because you leave Lindy Waters in the game and you take out Josh Giddey. I mean, think about that for a minute. Think about that for just a second. You leave Lindy Waters in the game and you take out Josh Giddey. The fans are now, dude, Thunder, I'm telling you, fans are hip to what he's doing now. And so are the players. They know what he's trying to do, and they're fighting their ass off to win because they don't want to lose. They don't care about no damn draft picks. They want to win. They're winners. You have a bunch of winners on this team, and instead of supporting them, you're trying to hold them down for one more damn bite at the apple. And clearly, the things that we need are simple. They haven't changed. We need an inside presence. We need wing defenders and a shooter. That's what we need: shooters, wing defender, and inside presence. That's what we need. That's what we need. And we have Jay Will. He's not necessarily the greatest jumper in the world. My guy Rod and I were talking about that last night. Now, the thing about Jay Will is he doesn't block your shots, but yet you know you come down that lane, he's going to pick up a charge, which is better than a block shot because we automatically get it. And instead of you understanding and figuring that out, you don't do that, which is just amazing to me. Just amazing to me. You're there, you're sitting right there, and yet you choose not to play the guy. But when the game you had to win because you couldn't afford to lose fan support, you did what I said we should be doing all along. Your starters, SGA, Josh, J Dub, Dort, and Jay Will should be playing 30 minutes a game. Should be playing 30 minutes a game. And every time you play Jay Will even close to that, what does he have? 8, 10 points and 9, 10, 12 boards. And at least 2 charges, if not 3. That gives you 3 different chances. They couldn't score, 3 different opportunities to get to score on them. That's 6 to 9 points right there that he gives you by being on the floor. But you choose not to do that because we know why. You want to lose. And instead of supporting the team and supporting giving the Oklahoma City Thunder fans who have toiled and who supported you, instead of giving them the ability to be happy and have a home game, if not 2 home games, you're rewarding them with another draft pick. And let's face it, remember last year, well, you probably don't remember, you probably don't know, but I know, out of all the bars, when the Orlando took Banchero, Oklahoma City erupted because we all think we were getting Jabari. And you guys took Chet, who hasn't been on the floor, who's been hurt. He's going to continue to be hurt. What is the span for guys who are tall, 7 foot tall, and skinny in the NBA, black or white? What are their chances of them doing anything? Black or white is relevant. 7 foot tall and skinny. Now, you can't count Kevin Durant because he's an anomaly. He's a freak. He's Patrick Mahomes. They're freaks. He doesn't count. But all the rest of them, you go boom, 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 down the line. And what happens? They're constantly hurt and they underachieve. Because why? The NBA is a physical game. It's played by physical men who are athletic and who are physical. That's what the game is. And by the way, we're not the San Antonio Spurs. We're not. We're the Oklahoma City Thunder. You don't have Greg Popovich as your coach. You have Mr. G League as your coach, Mr. Minutes Manager, Mr. 2 minutes too long. Actually, the other night it was 4 minutes too long. I mean, we're sitting there screaming, Thunder get back into the game. It's 100-104 with 10 minutes to go. And we're screaming, put SJ in, put SJ in. We're screaming, get him, Lindy Waters out of the game. We're screaming, screaming, screaming. Where's Isaiah Joe? Screaming, 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 screaming. And then you put him in at 100-106. 3 minutes, a little over 3 minutes, he said he could have had that. But instead, you let everything stay. You had the momentum. That's when you go, boom, put the knife in their heart. But why? You're not trying to win. There is no world in any you can explain to me at all how you can put Lindy Waters in front of the 6 guys that I said earlier. No way. There's no way he belongs in front of them. Under no circumstance. Then the only reason you could possibly have him in there is because of a 3-point shooter, and he missed 2 wide open threes under pressure when we needed him. When we needed him most, he was not there. Why? He's not ready. Great kid, great young man. All of that's fantastic. Right. All of that, good teammate. 100%. He shouldn't be playing, and everybody knows it, including you, the coach, because you showed that already. But once again, as you said, we're not going to base what we're doing off 1 year. We have a plan, we're going to stick to it no matter what. Okay, I get you have a plan. But you're trying to tell me it's not worth it to give Oklahoma City 2 playoff games after everything they've done to be behind you guys when you guys sucked? We supported you and you sucked and you still bought tickets, still came to the games. And then now you're not going to reward the Thunder once the Thunder start playing. Well, you're going to saddle them. I remember when they had won 4 out of 6 with Wiggins starting. All of a sudden you set Wiggins, barely played. And what did the players do? Hey, we're not trying to tank. They came in and told you. And then you acted like you weren't doing that, but you messed up your lineups. You would do little things on them. We lost the Boston game. You lost the Bucks game. You lost the Pelicans game. You lost the Timberwolves game. You lost the Heat game. You lost what was that? The Clippers game. You lost the Charlotte Hornets game, and you lost the Patriots game. That's 8 wins right there. 8 wins. Look at where you would be right now if you had those 8 wins. The fans would be going crazy. The city would be over there, but you don't care about that because you want one more bite at the apple. I'm over y'all right now. I'm over it. I'm over it. And then, unfortunately, we got to listen to Michael Cage tonight. I don't know if I can even listen to the game. I've enjoyed him being. Congratulations to him getting in the Hall of Fame and all that at San Diego State. That was great. But I don't have to. I haven't had a chance to listen to him, and it's been really, really good. Man, frustration level out the wazoo. So, speaking of that, here are the NBA games tonight, and there are some big games on board tonight. I mean, man, today, you've got some huge games. Look at what is on task tonight. You've got some huge games because the way that I look at it right now is when I'm looking at this, I'm looking at who is on tap tonight. I mean, these games are going to shape whether the Thunder or whatever are going to move up or whether the Thunder are going to be out of the playoffs. Which, of course, I think that you guys would rather the Thunder not be in the playoffs. That is my guess with this management. That is my guess. It really is. It's my guess. I don't think they want to play. So tonight you have the Cavaliers and the Magic, which doesn't affect us. The Heat and Pistons doesn't affect us. Raptors and Hornets don't affect us. The Bucks and the Wizards don't affect us. Remember, these games are all early because they're all East Coast games. So then what games affect the Thunder? The T-Wolves at the Nets. That affects the Thunder. The Kings and the Pelicans. That affects the Thunder. The Trail Blazers and the Grizzlies don't really affect the Thunder. Nuggets and Rockets don't really affect the Thunder. Now, the Grizzlies and Trailblazers do because we want the Grizzlies to win, because we want them to continue to win. If they continue to win, then we have the opportunity to beat them without their starters come Sunday at home. Then you've got the Lakers and the Jazz, huge for the Thunder. And then the Warriors game, huge for the Thunder. And then the Spurs and the Suns, we don't really care because the Suns are above us. But Thunder Warrior, huge game. Lakers Jazz, we have to have the Lakers beat the Jazz simply because that makes the Jazz drop down further behind us. And then the Lakers need to win simply because of their standings and where they are. Because the Lakers right now are sitting in seventh spot, and they are 40-38. So they've got to win. The Warriors got to win because they're 41-38, and they've got to stay one game ahead of the Lakers. So those are must wins. The Pelicans and the T-Wolves, we both need both of them to lose because that drops them to 40-39. The T-Wolves to 39-41. The Thunder will be 38-42, but we have the Jazz on them. You can see the Jazz are right there. Well, the Jazz are right there behind us at 36-42. So we want them to lose again, and that's a must thing for us is to have them lose. We definitely need that to happen. So if we can get that to happen, that makes a huge difference for the Thunder. It gives us opportunity to step up. That being said, we'll take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, Collaborative Logic. If you have any needs for any computers, software to be written or anything like that, then by all means, go ahead and get that. And of course, they can do software that's going to be custom to your office. They also can design a website for you as well. So by all means, go ahead and do that. And remember, if you have I'll do this guy afterwards. SRB and my guy Mark Long. If you have any engineering, surveying, or planning, he is the guy to talk to. Jose Fierro, Oak Grove Trucking. Of course, he's up in Tulsa with his dumped up truck working. So congratulations, my boy. If anybody else need anything, you got any road construction coming up, he is the man to talk to, and he can travel wherever you need him to be. NAFCO, my guys Greg and Max Nafely supporting me in everything I do as always. And YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. Of course, they're an equal housing lender and a member of the FDIC. They're also a proud sponsor of us to go out to minority women and black-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. And, of course, we are here at Georgia's Happy Hog because of YNB. So thank them for that. Now, you can also pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you can go into, since they are a personal bank, you can go in and see them at 401M downtown Yukon, the main bank. YNB East, which is just east of the bank on 66 and Yukon Parkway. YNB Mustang, they're in the great city of Mustang, Oklahoma. YNB Parkway, which is on I-40 and Garth Brooks Boulevard right there in front of the hospital. You can't miss it. And then the bank that I go to, YNB Peoples, 6201 Northwest 63rd, just right there between MacArthur and Rockwell. So go ahead and check out YNB and go in there and see the guys because they are a personal bank. Now,
they are the bank that makes things happen.
Yes, they are. And joined by my guy Drew Hinthorn of HuskerDrewPicks.com. What's up, brother?
Oh, man, it's a sad day, College basketball's over and on to the next year. But, hey, NBA playoffs is right around the corner, and that's my wheelhouse. So getting geared up.
Yes, it is.
Getting geared up. Little boys of summer in action. Chop Shop win last night again. So
yeah, I did not watch it. I actually ended up watching the game last night.
I was worried that UConn might pull away from it. You just can't go 10.
Yeah, I said I watched the game last night, the championship game. I wasn't going to, but you kind of talked me into it.
Well, they just, you can't go out of bucket and expect you're going to beat UConn. I mean, it's just not going to happen. San Diego State was physical, and they had a good draw on teams that they could beat that couldn't match them physicality wise. The Creightons and the FAUs of the world, they could hang in there with them, but UConn was just too big, too strong, and eventually it came out in the mix, But they had a chance when they.
Yeah, they did, but you know what though, the thing is,
the fadeaway three from the top of the key.
Dude, I tell you what, that when they got within 8, I was like, oh, okay, and great timeout by Hurley, and then they just put it on him after that. They just locked him down defensively.
And then they had it down to 5, and he hits that fadeaway 3 from the top of the key. And the next time down the floor, they turn the ball over, and then they go up 10, and then it was over.
Yep, it was over. Yeah, that's right. It was 5. It wasn't 8. That's right. It was 5.
Yeah. But he said, "Don't turn the ball over again, and we're national champs." And they didn't.
Nope, they didn't. But I tell you what, that inside presence, boy, they're physical inside. They're bringing that big monster.
I would have really liked to have seen Creighton play UConn in that title game. That would have been a fun game. Yep. I think that would have made for a hell of a game.
Well, yeah, let's face it. Creighton got screwed, and then FAU ended up getting screwed. So there you go, right?
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. That's what
they did,
happening.
Both of them. So.
Yeah. By what? The same team? No, I'm kidding. That wasn't by the same. But anyway.
It was a good tournament. I would have liked to have seen Houston and the big boys in there, and I think UConn is deserving champ. I just don't know. They didn't have to play a higher seed than a 3. They avoided everybody that could really give them any run. But that's why the tournament is the tournament.
That's right.
A one and done situation. Anybody can win it, and this year proved it. Just out running around. Yeah. I had a blowout today, so I'm trying to get a tire fixed.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I've got to go get mine changed myself, so I know all about that, brother. It's one of those deals where I already know I've got to do the same damn thing.
Don't get Escalade wheels put on your.
Don't get Escalade
wheels put on anything you got. they'll cost you a month's salary.
Well, since I don't have an Escalade, I think I'm okay when it comes to that, bro. I think I'm safe. When it comes to that.
Yeah, don't do that.
I think I'm safe.
How's your day going?
Man, head is hurting. This weather, man, has got me beat up, man. I finally got out of bed. I'm like, okay, I got to go up to the place, get some love give me some barbecue for the day, and then tonight I got to leave here. I got my 8-year-olds this afternoon from 3:30 to 4:30, and then I'm going to go back home, go take a nap.
There you go.
And hopefully be up and ready to watch the Thunder, and I just got to hate listening to Michael Cage. It's been nice not having to listen to him. But I guess we're going to
just make sure when you take that bag of burnt ends over to my mom, it's to Mom from Drew.
Okay, first of all, we're not going to the bank until the 1st of May. And, yes, I will do that. Yeah, since you didn't show up. You haven't showed up the last 2 times at the bank.
I was out of town this time, so. was sick the last time, so I got two good excuses.
That's your excuse, and you're sticking to it, right?
But I will make it. I will make it to Ned's for some fried chicken.
Yeah, that's Thursday. Yeah, we're meeting the commander
Yep.
on Thursday, and then tomorrow is Rococo's. So it'll be at Coco's tomorrow. So that's going to be a good thing. Looking forward to that. So now picks today, brother. You got some good picks, right?
I do. It's going to be a good night in the association. This is the start of the final push here.
Yeah, it is. Last three games. You got the Nets +2 is
yeah.
your.
I like the Nets at home tonight. I don't think it's a good spot there for the T-Wolves. Had a couple bad losses, and now they got to go at Brooklyn. Brooklyn's a good team. We saw them firsthand. They can shoot it. That should be a high-scoring game, too.
Well, the Thunder and the Lakers both need them to lose. Need the T-Wolves, both of them. Lakers and Thunder both need.
So we're all Nets fans tonight.
Yeah, we're all Nets fans. Hawks and Bulls over 230.
Should be a shootout.
Yeah, I think they're both.
Neither one of those teams play much defense.
Yeah, and plus the Bulls are trying to score. We know the Hawks are trying to move up. Then, of course, the Lakers need the Lakers to beat the Jazz tonight for the Thunder and for the Lakers.
Yeah, I like the Lakers tonight. I think 9.5's a lot though at Utah. It seems I don't know. I mean, I know Utah's missing a couple guys, but it's still a lot of points.
Especially there at their house.
I'll take the over in that game. I think the Lakers will be able to score, and they're going to try to run Utah out of the building. But I don't know that I'd lay 10 points.
Yeah. Well, the question is, how will Walker Kessler handle AD? That's what's going to be the deal on what he does with him.
He won't.
Yeah, he won't. You're right. Then you got the Warriors -8. And
I mean, don't like the matchup for the Thunder. I hate it. This is not a good matchup for them, especially on the road at Golden State. Golden State's got to win.
Well, the difference is that the Thunder are not trying to win, and Golden State needs to win.
I think it's going to be a
good
game.
Drew,
I on what Thunder team shows up.
Let me rephrase that. The Thunder players want to win. The Thunder players want to win. The management and coaching staff do not. So let's just say that straight up. That's exactly the way it is. Because he plays the right lineup in the last 6 minutes, but they're so far behind him, they've got to fight to get back in the game. They did it against the Warriors. They've done it against the Suns. They did, every game he gets behind, they fight back, and they're so tight, they're wore out by the time the last minute and a half because they're wore out having to fight and play defense and struggle and do everything to get back in the game.
Well, and I also think it's like what you and I always say, if OKC comes out and gets blown out in that first quarter, which Golden State's prone to do, they're in trouble. Well, they got to have a good start. They cannot go down 10, 12, 15 points in the first quarter.
Well, the deal is they won't do that because until he puts Lindy Waters in the game, that's not going to happen. As long as Drew, I'm sitting at the game, dude. People are screaming behind me, Drew, screaming. 10 minutes to go, the Thunder get within 4, 100-104 with 10 minutes to go. People are screaming, put SGA in. Why is Lindy Waters on the court? People are screaming. And he left him in there for 3.5 more minutes. And when SGA did get in the game, it was 100-106. So you fight back, you get on a run, and then you don't put in your best player to make a run. People were pissed. And the problem is now, and then he comes on the radio, or after the deal goes, we're not going to jeopardize what we're trying to do for one season. Really? He's just said we're not.
It's all about one season. There's a lot of teams out there that give a left nut
to be where we are.
Be in the hunt.
Yep.
Be in the hunt, looking at a playoff game and trying to make a run, and
not worrying about a draft pick. Not worrying about a draft pick.
No, especially not the 18th pick or the 13th pick or wherever the hell they are.
Yeah, it's frustrating to me because you have enough picks. If you want to move up, you can move up. But Drew, I counted 8 games. Or 7 games, I'm sorry. I was trying 7 games the Thunder should have won and he's choked off. 7, Drew. 7. They're if you're right there, go ahead.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
But anyway, I'm saying those 7 wins right there, that puts you at 45, and you're right in the hunt, right there in the middle. You're right in the hunt.
Yep.
But once again, they're not trying to win. It's just I just don't understand.
Hell, if you could have just gone 5-2 in those games, then you really solidified.
Yeah, but he just made it clear when he doubled down on that. I'm like, dude, you're making me not even want to watch y'all. If you're not going to try to win, why the hell am I watching you? if you're not trying to win,
And
why am I watching you?
there's another game on the schedule tonight that a little sneaky I didn't play was the 76ers and the Celtics could be an Eastern Conference final.
Yeah, that's
and Sixers playing the 2. I think I'm just going to sit back and watch that one. That should be a great game.
But you and I did talk about that. Talk about how Jason Tatum may not be what he needs to be. So now in your favorite sport, Major League Baseball, you're taking the Reds with the money line plus 111.
Yeah, hey, watch out for the Reds this year. Sleepy little team, kind of been shady for the last 4 or 5 years, but they got a nice little rotation playing at home. They don't like the Cubs. Cubs aren't great, and they're catching a little plus money on a short number at home. So I like the Reds there.
Yep. Then you have the Yanks money line, minus 159? That's a lot. God,
Yankees they're just throttling people, and I don't know if you caught any of them last night, but they absolutely throttled the Phillies last night too.
Yeah, I watched the highlights. That's about all I got to see because, oh my gosh. Then you have the Brewers money line plus 129.
Yeah, the Brewers, they're tough at home. I wish that was a day game, but it's not. If it was a day game, I'd load up on the under because we've talked about that last year with how that sun comes in that back window. But I'll take the Brewers tonight over the Jets Mets. You see a theme here is you bet against the other teams in my division.
Oh, that's hilarious. Then of course the Dodgers money line minus 250. 250. Is that even worth betting on, Drew? 250 minus 250.
Depends on what your bankroll is. I mean, that's it's pretty. It's a really heavy favorite. And the Rockies aren't very good, and Dodgers are pretty good at home. So
yeah.
Hi, Jake. What's up, boys?
Hey, what's going on? What's up, High Stick? How you doing, man?
Doing good. How you fellas doing?
Dodgers are throwing Urias tonight too, so I look for that hit. He's probably, if not their best pitcher, their best pitcher.
I took that same one. I also took him first 5.
Yeah.
I like those first 5 bets with the starting pitcher. Sometimes
they're nice with the starting pitcher, especially these days. Especially if the team you're playing, if they've got a really good bullpen or a good setup man that can go 2 innings, then those first 5 inning bets are really good. But you really got to bet those games. You really got to watch who's in the bullpen that day, who's been throwing, if they've thrown 2 or 3 games in a row. Just stuff to watch.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. And then of course, and what is this week, Drew? In golf?
It's Masters week.
It's Masters week.
What week is it?
It's Masters week, baby.
I'll have some Masters picks come Wednesday.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
I'll be in my gear. My Masters gear on Thursday, bro. Of course.
Wait, what kind of Masters?
I cannot wait.
Oh, I got a hat. I got a pullover. I got a shirt. Got a lot of stuff, man. What's wrong with you?
I bet they're all green too. You got a lot of green stuff.
Man, it's Masters. We don't count. That ain't the same green. That ain't that nasty Celtic green. Don't even go there. They ain't even say trying to be slick. We're not dealing with that.
Yeah, I guarantee you go through my closet, you won't find a green shirt.
Well, that's because you're not a Masters fan, but it's okay. Anyway, Drew,
might only say Jameson on it.
Oh, I have a Jameson one too.
I got Jameson and a Dallas Stars shirt. I'm good.
I've got that now. Last night in hockey, Ben, we had a short night in hockey last night. Wasn't a lot going on.
Not a lot of blowouts too. So it's kind of a boring night in the league there.
Yeah, and because
did the Canes win?
The Canes didn't play last night.
Canes play tonight.
Yeah, they play tonight.
Okay, here we go. I'm almost officially dialed in for the Canes.
Oh,
good team to go for.
Ben, you know how he's just slowly I'm not. Did they win?
I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
But anyway, you have the Wild lost last night, which was good for my Stars, and my Stars won on top of that, Ben.
Yeah, it was a massive night for that Eastern or that Western Conference there. Yep. I apologize. But yeah, the G Knights with the win over the Wild, 4-3, I believe, in a shootout.
Yeah, 4-3 in a shootout. Yep. And then the Stars 5-1.
Yep, I would say. I mean, that almost did everything but solidify there for the G Knights in the Pacific Division. The Kings, I believe, now are 3 points behind. I do believe they play tonight. I think they played tonight on ESPN, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah. So Drew, you're taking the Canes over the Kings. Is that what we're saying?
I think so. We're 90%.
Okay. Then without ordering the net,
Nice.
the Stars took care of business on .95, one of the Predators. Then you
Yep.
had
Robo hit 101 points. First time that's ever happened in a Stars jersey since they moved from Minnesota. So that was a big night for the Dallas Stars organization.
Yep, and then the Kraken took care of the Yotes last night.
Yeah, 8-1. Enough so.
Yeah,
Are the Kraken going to make the playoffs? Are the Kraken making the playoffs?
They're right. They're right on the cusp there. I mean, they're.
Who are you going to root for, Matt? Without the Kraken, the Stars.
The Stars are my team. Ben, who are my team?
Stars.
The Stars are my team, bro. Dallas. I like the name of the Kraken, but the Stars are my team. I just like Kraken.
I mean, they could still end up. They could still end up missing it.
Hey, we got to Hey, I got to pause for a second. I got to jump out this time.
Okay.
Do yourself.
All right.
Yep.
But tonight, Ben, we got the Red Wings against the Canadiens.
Yeah, this is like one of the only games that doesn't have any playoff implications. So it's kind of our who cares game of the night.
Yep. Okay. Then you have the Sabres against the Panthers.
Yeah, Panthers are trying to claw back. They're trying to make it in that Eastern Conference over there. They're trying to pull up around the Penguins and the Islanders. They're 1 point behind right now. So as of today, they'd be just outside, but they're almost there.
Then the Senators and Drew's Canes. What? They're not as Canes yet. 90% Drew's Canes. Played tonight.
Yep, and I think the Canes should handle them pretty easily here. But the Senators are one of those teams, just like all those annoying teams at the end of the year that you don't want to play against, just like the Coyotes. They're kind of that same way.
Yep.
They've lost 2 in a row, but I expect them to put up a fight here tonight. But that's just annoying.
Yep, and the G-Knights against the Predators.
Yep, this one's going to be on ESPN. So this one started around 7 o'clock. If anybody's watching or whatever, you want to get some good hockey in. This one, the Predators are right out of the playoff spot, but it should be a big game for the Knights. I expect them to win here tonight heavily. It will be tight, though. Saros is in net for the Predators.
Yeah, then you've got the Flyers and Drew's old Blues.
Yeah, this is the second Who Cares tonight. I'm sorry, Drew. Good thing you're not on here. Yeah, Drew's old Blues. There's the other Who Cares.
Then you have the Flames and the Blackhawks.
Yeah, Flames are still calling for a playoff spot here. The Hawks seem to be rebuilding a lot. I do like the Flames here tonight, maybe by 1.5 on the puck line.
And then the Kraken against the Canucks.
Yeah, if they're on a back-to-back, 8 goals last night, it's going to be hard to redo that again, even though you're playing the Coyotes. But going against Canucks, I expect to be a little bit closer. But I do like the Kraken to win here tonight. It's right across the border. They're just going home. So Seattle to Vancouver, it's right there.
And then the Avalanche and the Sharks.
Yep, expect the Avs to come out strong. They're gonna come out, and I think they're just gonna beat the wheels off them. It might be a 6-1 win, I think, for the Avs.
I tell you what, maybe the game of the night is gonna be the Oilers and the Kings, don't you think?
100% game of the night, and that's going to be the late game on ESPN.
Yes, the late
if you
game.
can catch
it's on ESPN.
If you got ESPN, it'll be on.
Oh,
I believe it comes on at 9 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken.
It says, 9 o'clock. And then the problem is the Thunder play at 9 too. So,
yep.
But I'm just trying to decide.
Yeah. Oilers Kings 9:30.
9:30.
And I'll be watching both. I'll have the Thunder game on, and that I might actually run up to Cats.
I'll just sit there.
I might go grab a beer. I know I saw you yesterday. I was like, I didn't get the invite. I was sitting at home hanging out.
Well, yesterday, I was there sitting on the patio watching the game.
That's what I was saying. I didn't know.
Well, I didn't know you said you were gonna probably go up to Cats maybe last night. That's what you said.
Oh, I know. Between you and Alex, I was like, I didn't know anybody went.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of people, but there was quite a few.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good. Alex came in for a minute with, and then he left.
Yeah,
he wasn't in there very long before he was there. But yeah, I make up.
He's like, I'm out.
Yeah, because I was thinking about even maybe coming in and doing the show at Cats tonight, but I just don't know why I want to do a Thunder show. If you ain't trying to win, why am I even?
Man,
why am I trying to break the show down?
Started.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, why do I even want to do anything? If you guys aren't trying to win, you don't care. Then why should we care? Why should I care?
Why? Yeah. Oh man, it's been bugging the hell out of me, to be honest, and especially getting invested, with it over the last couple weeks. It's kind of just like the writing was on the wall. We should have seen it coming that they weren't going to do anything. Should have known that it was going to be the way they were going to do it. But
Ben, come on, man.
They've been doing it all year. I had too many high hopes for it.
You had 36 wins with 7 games to go, or 8. Not what was it? You had 36 wins with 9 games to go, and now you have 38. and you've lost
Yep.
3 games that you shouldn't have lost. 2 games.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely outshot our coverage, early in the year, but that's when you take advantage of it.
Yeah,
that's when you build on it, you move forward, and you start doing different things. That's not the way it's been
we started winning. Then they started changing lineups so we couldn't win because it was like Aaron Wiggins started. Do you know, Ben? He was 8-0 as a starter, 6-0 as a starter, and they stopped starting him. I mean,
it's like, oh yeah, let's keep him out.
Why would you? I mean, why are you winning? Oh, we're not trying to win. Then the players went in there, talked to the deal. They said, okay, we're not going to try to lose. Players start winning. Then all of a sudden you start doing lineups, and you struggle. What they do is they play deals and get the Thunder in the hole. Then he plays the right people the last 6 minutes of the game. So then they got to fight to get back into the game.
And it makes it look like he did the right thing, which he did not the whole time.
Which he did not. He
we'd
put
be
them
up.
out.
We'd be up by 8. With 6 minutes left if he'd just put the right.
And I'm telling you, Ben, they were screaming at Thunder game. They were screaming.
That's good.
They were pissed.
That's good.
People are pissed now. They're like, really? We're giving you money. We're here supporting you. You don't think we deserve to get in the playoffs? And we haven't been in the playoffs. You don't think we deserve that?
Frustration.
Yeah,
it's got to be on Twitter, social media.
Oh yeah, because you want to get draft picks. Really? Is that what you're doing? Is that where we're at? Man, I tell you what. If Aubrey McClendon was still alive, I promise you, it wouldn't be like that. Wouldn't be like that. He wants to win.
Around the building.
He wanted to win. He don't care about nothing about the way we'll get drafted. Whatever. We're trying to win. And I believe there's no way he would allow that crap. No way. So
I hope that we're all in that same boat.
Yeah, well, we are. We suffered through. We deserve to win. We want us to win, and this is what's happening. So,
I mean, we had arguably one of the best, three-headed monsters of the entire. Yeah, I mean, of all time.
And you got Dort coming in. You know what I'm saying? You talking about earlier when we first started?
I'm talking about when we first started. So we've gone through our 10 years, our decade of, and I mean, now we got one of the, I mean, easily the greatest, three-headed monster of all time. But like right now, but I'm saying before then, I mean, we had Harden. I mean, all those guys. I mean, that was insane, and we already went through our struggles, and now they're still not trying to win. And we got another good group coming through. That's amazing.
But you know what?
And it's like, what are we doing?
They want one more pick, and it's like, well, if you waste it like you did on Chet, what the fuck does it matter? Excuse me, I can't believe I said that. What does it matter that you're picking? Because, like I was saying earlier, when the Orlando Magic took Banchero, everybody was cheering at the bars.
Yeah.
Everybody was cheering like, yeah, we're going to get Jabari. And when he picked Chet, there was silence. Not only in Cat's Tavern, but at the Ben 73, at Sopango's, at VZD's, every bar in Oklahoma City. Across the state, everybody went, what? You're doing what? You're taking who? Bro.
Just instant head down.
Yeah,
it's like,
everybody, total, and then what's so bad, it's like, if he's so great, and you're only going to have 26 and a half wins with him. And then he's out and he drops to 23, only 3 games, 23 and a half. You're at 38 now and should be at 45. You should be at 44, 45 wins easily right now. But you don't.
Yeah, they should be holding home court right now.
Yeah, we should be. We should be sitting in fifth or sixth place right now, easily. 4th or 5th, right now, easily. But oh well. Well, all right, brother, I'm out of here. I gotta go beat up the kids, man.
You do your thing, brother.
All right, my brother.
Cheers, I'm out of here. Have a good one.
Hey, I'll hit you up later if I go down to Cats.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
All right, this is my guy, Ben Dillman, High Stick Harry, and my guy, Drew Hinthorn of HuskerDrewPicks.com. Everybody have a fantastic day out there.